Hey there everybody, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Cole, this is Trans Spirit Indigo. I'm a soul having a human experience and I happen to be transgender. I want to personally thank everyone who has been commenting, subscribing, liking. It means the world to me. I love being able to get these messages out, to try to teach things I've learned. Hopefully it will help other people. And I love connecting with you because so many of you are teaching me. We're teaching each other and we're growing together. If you are new here, please subscribe, hit that like button, and make sure to hit the bell notification so you'll be notified every single time I put out a new video. New videos every single week. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the easiest ways to raise your vibrational frequency, and that is with food. Food is medicine. Now, I was raised to think elsewise. To me, medicine was found in little bottles and in the store or through the doctor. Now, I'm not pooping on Western medicine because me personally, I like to blend Western and Eastern medicines together. For instance, when I was in a gnarly car accident and I was in the back of an ambulance with my leg hanging off of me, I definitely wanted morphine. I didn't want to use essential oils or anything, but they have place. It's a time and a place. I deal with chronic pain every day and I don't take painkillers. Okay, I've had issues with opiates in the past and thankfully I recognize that. So instead of using opiates or painkillers for the chronic pain, I like to start with the basics, food. In this video, I'm not going to convince you to be a vegan or a vegetarian. Everyone's journey is different. And we're not here to judge one another. We're here to help each other to grow. I want to tell you a little bit about my experience and hopefully it will help you out. I want to tell you a little bit about what I've learned over the years about food. My whole spiritual awakening was a slow trickle, and it started in around 2010, 2011 when I saw a show that Chef Jamie Oliver had showing a lot of the corruption in the food industry. I had worked in the food industry as a cook for 10 years and was completely clueless to what food actually is. So thank you to Chef Oliver. You opened my eyes, and I want to help others to understand this. Food is medicine. Your mood, your health, everything starts in your gut. One of the biggest things I want to say to you all is please don't be intimidated by this at all, like with healthy eating or anything like that. If you're not eating healthy and you're eating a lot of junk food, please don't be intimidated. The thing is you cannot go from processed food and fast food to, say, plant-based overnight. I made the mistake of trying to do that, and I had the worst stomach pain of my life. It's because my body wasn't ready for it. It didn't know how to digest broccoli and kale and spinach when all I had been eating for years was fast food and frozen pizzas. So it's one of those things where you're going to gradually start putting things into your diet. So please don't be overwhelmed like, oh God, I have to give up all these foods I love overnight. No. It's a gradual thing. So the best thing to do is, say, if you're still eating a lot of frozen pizzas and I'm just talking from my experience, and fast food, add in some spinach, add in some live greens, add in some asparagus, kale, avocado. If you don't like certain things, it's fine. You don't have to like everything out there, but just adding in, especially greens, you're going to start changing your body up. You're going to be able to start taking in more of these foods. Some of my favorite foods, now I brought them here with me for the video. Now I absolutely love bananas. I get organic bananas, and that's another thing that I wanted to discuss here real quick. Now, there's a lot of fake organic out there. I know it's frustrating. You're like, oh my goodness gracious. And that's another thing too, is when you start investigating a lot of this food corruption, unfortunately you're gonna feel like you can't eat anything. And in a way, it's kind of true. I'd say about 95% of what you find in the grocery store, I would consider not even edible. It has synthetic chemicals, dyes, stuff that you weren't meant to eat, stuff that your digestive tract has no idea what it is. And it's all because of the mighty dollar. These companies, unfortunately, don't care about your health. So you have to take your health in your own hands. As intimidating as this all is, please trust me, it's been about a decade for me. 2010 is when this all started for me. It hasn't been as hard as one may think, but I still eat packaged foods. Like, I'm not completely 100% plant-based. I have been plant-based. But I fall off the wagon and I have boxed foods as well, but I still make sure to have my smoothies. Smoothies are great, or juice, because you can put so much nutrient-rich foods all in one. So you're getting so much at once, because if you were just trying to eat fruits and vegetables all day long, you would just have to keep eating. So having them all blended together is very helpful. So what I was going to say as far as the fake organic. Now, this is something to look for. This is an apple. This is one of my favorite foods. When you're shopping for organic food, one of the first things you're going to want to look at are these little stickers. Now, do you see how, let me get it, no, try to get it here. Sorry if that's a little blurry, but right there is where you're going to want to look for something called a PLU code. The PLU code, you're going to want it to start with the number 9. This indicates that it is organic. Now, this is supposed to be used for the people that work at the grocery store, but this is for you too. So just check this out. It needs to start with the number 9 so you know that it's actually certified organic. There are a lot of foods out there that have certain stickers, I'm not going to name any names, and they say something and then organic on it. I don't trust those. I don't trust those because this is coming from the same organizations that allow all this crap into our food. So you're going to want to look for a PLU code. I bought some grapes, which are also one of my favorite things. Now, where are they? Now, first, I got some kale. Kale is one of my favorite superfoods. And also spinach. For me, I love to do smoothies that are spinach, kale, and frozen bananas. And over time, that's another thing, like how I said, gradually put it into your diet. You might want to put more fruits than vegetables at first because it might be bitter to you and you'll be like, ugh. The thing is your palate will start to change. The more real foods, fruits and vegetables that you add to your diet, and I don't even like to use the word diet because it's a lifestyle. This isn't like temporary. This is a lifestyle that you will incorporate and it will raise your frequency tremendously. Not even just your frequency, but your overall health. To me, there are no negative side effects of eating these healthy, nutrient-rich foods. But grapes, okay. These beautiful grapes. Nature's candy, all right? They're supposed to keep your memory good, and they're also great for digestion. If you're constipated, they will help you go. The bag that they came in had a PLU code on the side of it that started with a 9. So it's not always a sticker, because some of these items, they have stickers on them. But like the bananas too. My sticker's gone. I took it off the bananas. And even the kale. Okay. These things all had labels and stickers where the PLU, and it's just the letters PLU. It starts with a 9. You're doing fine, okay? I want you to eat real organic stuff, because there's so much stuff out there that says organic, and I question it. I'm not a big fan of organic produce that's pre-bagged. A lot of that stuff, I know I mentioned the grapes, but I'm talking like tomatoes, apples, stuff like that. A lot of times you will find these and they won't have a PLU code. I try to steer clear of those. Now, excuse me, I'm still chewing on this grape. If you're in a situation where you only have, the conventional GMO produce and stuff that doesn't have a PLU code, now I'll still go with that stuff over the GMO any day. This whole video was for me to tell you one of the biggest ways to raise your vibrational frequency. And it is through food. Because again, food is medicine. So if you've been on this journey, if you've been on the spiritual journey for a while, you might already be eating this way. If you're new to this, if you're just waking up, welcome to the Great Awakening. It's wonderful. I'm so happy you're here with me right now. But I want to inspire you to eat as much plant-based foods as you can. Now, if you study Dolores Cannon at all, which I love Dolores Cannon, she'll tell you to raise your frequency. You want to stay away from red, heavy meats as much as you can. And I agree with that. However, I know that there are people who certain body types need certain things. And that's why I'm not somebody who's like, you have to eat this way, or I won't talk to you unless you're vegan or vegetarian. Like that's all duality. Okay. That's third dimensional thinking, in my humble opinion. We have to understand that every body and everybody's body is different. Now, I've been vegan. Right now I'm vegetarian. I would like to go back to veganism, and quite frankly, for some of my physical ailments, it will help me to go back to veganism. But I want to be real with you. I want to be real with you and tell you that, when the pandemic hit, I was stressed. I started eating cheese again. I don't find cheese to be good for me personally. And I'm sharing this because I want you to know that, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And if they tell you they're perfect, they're lying, because we're human. We're all human. So, but to me, I also think, if my biggest problem 10 years ago was drinking a whole handle of whiskey, and my biggest problem now is eating cheese, then I've come a long way, and I got to be okay with that and not beat myself up for eating stuff that I know isn't really good for me. I have certain issues that, it's like, hey, if you take away dairy, you'll feel a lot better. So I am striving to become vegan again. But hey, it's the day before Thanksgiving. Actually, now it's 2 days before. But when you see this, well, that's not true. You could see this at any time. What am I even saying? Thursday is Thanksgiving in the United States, where I'm at. And a lot of people are focused on food, and they overeat. So don't let this video intimidate you. I'm not asking you to just eat kale for Thanksgiving. Do what you do. Enjoy your holiday. Please don't forget Indigenous people, because that's what it's all about, is honoring those people. But back to the food. Remember, it's all about just adding stuff in. Just add some greens, okay? Like, say you're eating a pizza, add a little spinach salad, and say you're still eating eggs and bacon, add some green juice, add an apple. Just add it in gradually. Because again, you can't do it all overnight. You will hurt your stomach. Your body has to acclimate. It has to adjust to these foods. And here's the deal. Once it does, you won't really be able to go back and eat garbage food. I can't eat fast food anymore. I have literally tried. There's been times where I was working late night, would get off work at midnight, and I remember there's one particular time, me and my girlfriend, we were moving, and I had to work until 12:30 in the morning, and we had to be up with a moving truck the next day, and I was starving, because at the time I was strict, plant-based, and the hotel I was playing music at, they didn't have many choices for plant-based. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. I haven't ate all night. And I stopped. I won't name the names, but I stopped at a fast food restaurant to get something that was at least vegetarian. And I got so sick. Actually, no, I did the vegan style. I didn't do cheese. So it was just beans. It was a burrito, and it was beans and onions. And I got so sick. I hadn't ate there for years, and I ate there, and the next day I felt like I had a brick in my stomach, and I just felt like I was going to throw up. So I didn't touch it again until about a year later, same kind of scenario where it was late at night, I was starving, I thought, what, maybe it won't hurt this time. It did the exact same thing. It made me so sick, I ended up throwing up. So when you start to adjust and you eat more real food, please understand that it's not going to be easy for you to go back and eat garbage, but you don't want to do that. Because not only is it bad for your body, it's bad for your vibrational frequency. If you are into this whole ascension process, if you are into being able to tap more into your clairvoyant abilities, you're going to want to eat real living food. Because you are what you eat. So when you eat things that are alive, they will help you thrive. Okay? Seriously, if you're eating nothing but death and fake synthetic chemicals, that is what you are. Now, I'm not going to sit here and preach about meat, but I will preach about those chemicals. I don't believe anyone needs to be eating synthetic chemicals. We weren't meant to eat that. We are human beings. We were made to appreciate our gut health and to respect it. Because not only is this helping your body, not only is this raising your vibrational frequency, this is also to combat depression and so many things. So many things. If somebody is dealing with manic depression, now I'm not a doctor, but if I was, the first thing I would ask is, what are you eating? Because I've been in that position where I go to a doctor years ago. I tell him I have these manic depression episodes and it's so awful. Nobody ever asked me once what I ate. And guess what? I ate fast food and garbage. So my gut health was no bueno. It wasn't good. And what did they do? They immediately wanted to give me pills, synthetic pills. And I don't want to pill shame anyone, okay? Because I've known a lot of people whose mental health it needs these pills. Some people truly need antidepressants. For me, they didn't work. They made things worse, personally, for my chemical makeup. And what has helped my depression and what I deal with is food and exercise. But the food is huge. And I will end this video with this. Now, I'm not trying to, sell any kind of brand, and I don't have any, partnerships at this point. I've been buying this. It's alkaline water. So what I'm trying to promote here is alkaline water. And please know this. You want to eat alkaline-rich foods. And it gets kind of confusing because some foods that are more acidic, like limes and lemons, they actually, even though they're acidic, they actually create an alkaline environment in your gut. So there's a lot to learn. But you want your gut health to be alkaline because one of the biggest reasons is cancer cannot survive in an alkaline environment. So eating healthy it's preventative medicine. It's going to prevent diabetes, cancer, stroke, heart attack, all these things that happen when people eat synthetic foods. And water, y'all, you want to look for alkaline water, but also water with reversed osmosis. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I'll put it on the screen. Reverse osmosis. Okay, when it's been put through that process and purified, and also you want something that, like this one, adds in Himalayan pink salt. One of the best things that you can do when you start your day, before you have coffee or tea or orange juice, whatever you do, you really want to drink alkaline water with a little bit of pink salt for electrolytes and some lime or lemon. Now, this is your natural Gatorade, stuff like that. But we are mainly made of water. So consuming the best kind of water that you can is very important. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This stuff is pretty expensive, and I've been blessed to have a lot of it lately because, quite frankly, I found a bunch on sale. Sometimes I go with the waters that aren't reverse osmosis because it's a little bit better than tap water, but still, like, my main goal to manifest is the ability to always have alkaline water with my water supply. But even if you can't do that, or you're not finding sale items, please don't be hard on yourself. Just my big thing is, please don't drink tap water. Tap water is like the worst water you can get. There's so much crap in there. People have literally shown how it's flammable in some places. It's no bueno. And fluoride. That's a big thing, is that if you want to raise your vibrational frequency, you want to get rid of fluoride as much as you can. I don't think it's possible to completely rid of it in this world. I mean, because there's chemicals everywhere. It's in the air, it's in the clothes we wear, it's everything. But, excuse me. Okay, so you don't want to drink fluoride as much as humanly possible. And there is fluoride in tap water. Okay, and there's fluoride in a lot of bottled waters too. So a lot of these conventional brands that we've been brought up to think we can trust. Okay, so you want to do some research, figure out what you can get that doesn't have fluoride, and also your toothpaste. I use toothpaste without fluoride in it. This is going to help you to decalcify your pineal, however you say it, gland, third eye. I need to figure out what is considered the correct pronunciation of this gland because I'm tired of saying it in 4 different ways. But your third eye, as I've said before, is located in the center of your brain, and it becomes calcified with more fluoride. And I know we've been taught to believe that fluoride saves your teeth. There's other things you can do to help your teeth. In fact, I had a dentist tell me, he said I needed fluoride treatment. I said, I'm sorry, I refuse to do fluoride. He said, fine, that's cool. What you're going to want to do is take your fluoride free. Now I have a mouth like guard that I wear at night because I grind my teeth. He told me to put a little bit of my fluoride free toothpaste on the mouth guard, which is kind of like gross, but it's better than consuming fluoride in my opinion, and put it in my mouth to kind of help with my teeth. So there are ways around it, but most people that don't know about it, they think, oh, fluoride's great, it helps my teeth. Fluoride is, to me, the enemy, because this is keeping you from being able to tap into your higher consciousness, to source energy. So if you are somebody who wants to tap more into that, make sure to really pay attention to what you're consuming. There's a lot more to this, but the food to me is one of the most major parts of it. And please don't beat yourself up either if you haven't completely switched over to an all plant-based diet. Because the food that we've been brought up eating has been constructed to be chemically addictive. So it can be very difficult to stop eating a lot of these foods because our brain wants them. So please be easy on yourself and know that it was set up against us. Like it's not easy to stop, but you can do it. And your palate will begin to change and you will actually start craving fruits and vegetables. I promise you. Like I said, I've been somebody that only ate fast food, and now I'm at a point where I'll crave sweet potatoes and I like to mix sweet potatoes and lentil soup, or I'll crave apples. It will change. Please be patient with yourself. I love you. I hope this video helped you. Don't forget to look for those PLU codes. Don't forget to look for that alkaline water. And remember too that we all have the ability, every single one of us, even the people that are fast asleep in the matrix, we all have the ability to tap in to our higher consciousness, to our clairvoyant abilities. Humans are naturally clairvoyant, and it roots from your third eye. So if you're feeling called to this and you want to know more, keep going with it. Don't give up. Being psychic, it is a gift, but it's a gift we all can tap into. Nobody is better or more enlightened than anyone else. Now, some of us are on different vibrational frequencies. Some of us have studied longer or know a little bit more. There are people that know way more than me. And there are people that are just learning that I'm trying to teach some of the stuff I've learned. But we are all one, and we are all in this together. So I love you. I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope that you are able to enjoy a beautiful meal with your loved ones. I'll see you next time.